Right.
You can make a lot of money if you're on overtime.
All right,
and
all
that's
right,
true.
all right.
But think about this from like your perspective, right? How many of you guys have worked a job? How efficient is your 60 to 80 hours of work versus your 20 to 40 hours of work, right? In your week. Like your 60 to 80 is probably like you're flipping and flopping and you're barely even doing it, right? You're phoning it in. Yeah, you're burned out, right? And you're burned the fuck out. Yeah, exactly. And so I don't believe in overtime. Well, I'm telling you, right, is that they get burned the fuck out, and a police officer that gets burned the fuck out is a much bigger problem than a fry cook that gets burned the fuck out. Right? That's it. And so like you putting these guys under crazy levels of pressure, you have a system that's designed to tilt the fuck out of them, and then you get surprised when somebody pops off. They didn't have Starlink at the time, now they do. Every police car now comes with Starlink in the police department. That's great. I'm glad to hear that. Angel Reese. Why I keep hearing about her? Every time I hear about her, it's about something. But who is it? Like, why always is she ass? I mean, I don't even know because she got a big ass. That makes sense. Yeah, that does make sense. I could definitely see that. I don't know if there's the rest of it. Yeah, this is just some other bullshit. Yeah, Kai is on the inaugural Time Magazine 100 Creators issue. Time 100 Creators. Let's see. Time Magazine Zine 100 Creators. Can I look at this on the internet? There it is. Yeah, without like some bullshit. Kai, I don't know who this is. I don't know who this is. I know this guy. Oh, this is that girl we literally just saw. I know this guy. I know him. I don't know this guy. I know she's on TikTok. I don't know this guy. I don't know her. I don't know her. I don't know him. I don't know this guy. I know this guy. Fuck. Okay, I know this guy for sure. Okay, I know these guys. I don't know any of them. Let's see. Besides that, entertainers. Wow. Okay, I know Pokemon. I know Pokemon. There, I know that one. All right, I got one. Okay, I know Theo Vaughn. Okay, I know this guy. We know this guy. That's Hassan. Who the fuck are these people? Speed. Finally. Yes. Speed should be up at the top. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even know any of these people, bro. Like, who is this? Who are these people? Like, I don't even know. The Hawk Tua girl? Wait, I didn't even see her. Did she make the list? Wait. Oh, I know. Wait, I do know this guy. This guy's funny. I see him on Instagram. I like him. Jordan? Yeah, okay. All right, that's another guy. I do know him. Okay, so there's like maybe 7 people that I know on this. Oh my god. That's insane. Dan Saltman tweeted about this and tagged you? What Dan say? Let me see. The male feminine. Oh, this is about something else. The fact that Time Magazine most influential creators doesn't include Asmongold, XQC, or H3 is so on brand for Time. I can't even complain. No, the thing is that Asmongold is one of the top 10 search terms on YouTube. Yeah, I know. Like, no, the thing is that if I don't get included on some bullshit list, like, I'm gonna be real, guys. Like, I don't even think about this. I'm just being honest. Like, I don't even think about this. Like, it's like, who the fuck needs it? Like, I need to be fucking anointed as you know, a good boy by some bullshit like this. It's just not for me, right? I mean, like, if they want to put me on the list, I appreciate it. If they don't want to put me on the list, that's fine. Like that's okay. Gives a fuck. Yeah, it's just funny, man. And so yeah, Scam Girl got into the list. Yeah, I think so. But the writers, the streamers, nothing else. No, the thing is that with any of these lists, I'm glad that some people are getting a degree of credibility, right? I'm happy to see that. I really am. I think that honestly, I'm gonna be real. They should have put Speed up on here. Like I feel like Speed definitely should have been up on here. Like I'm not even saying like that none of these other guys should, but like he is, but like no, like this is like the main people, right? The most important people. I feel like Speed should have been on here at the very top. And so you just passed him? No, I know that. I mean it should have been higher on the list. Should have been higher. That's my point. And so anyways, Queso on there? No, he's not. Queso should have been on there. He'll probably be on there next year. I hope he's on there next year. He should be on there next year. Mark Rober is so fucking cringe? No, Mark Rober makes great videos. I heard that he had some weird situation, but in a general sense, I really like and respect Mark Rober. I think he's great. But yeah, anyway, there's plenty of reasons why you aren't on here because the content people don't do politics. No, the reason why I'm not on here, I'm gonna be real, is that I'm a private guy. I don't really do interviews. I don't really do podcasts. I don't collab with anybody. I just go live. I make my videos, and then I go home. That's it. That's the real reason. Yeah, Hassan's on there. No, I know Hassan. Yeah, he's on podcasts all the time. He's collabing with people all the time. Hassan really puts in work to try to like get his name out there, right? I mean, you might not like Hassan, but you can respect the grind. Like he does do that, and so like that makes sense. And go home. Well, I mean metaphorically, right? And yeah, so I think that's really what makes sense. Definitely. And yeah, Sean Evans, that one's guy. Yeah, definitely. And so that's it. Number 2 on Twitch. So yeah, he does real well too. And also like I just never even really I don't even really worry about this shit, right? And Techno, you got more Techno and talking more shit. I saw this. NVIDIA is a $4 trillion company. That is fucking insane. That is crazy. $4 trillion. Useless list of unknown people. I don't know how popular a lot of those people are. I have no idea. I mean, in my opinion, I feel like it's pretty easy to see who's popular and who's not. You just look at the list of who's popular.
Honestly, I am considering moving to San Antonio. But the thing is, I don't want to move.
It's like moving next door. Like, it's pretty close, bro. Like,
until I do something. Because I'm doing something. And once I complete doing that something, and once I release what I'm going to release, and everybody sees it, and everybody sees how they treated me over nothing, and how everybody will realize they are useless sacks of shit who are willing to run with any narrative that fits their career, and once I exonerate myself, then I'll leave. I don't feel like walking away a loser.
Jeez.
I'll walk away a winner. And then when everybody says, "Oh, Techie, we're so sorry. We're so sorry." I'm good. Pass.
Damn.
Yeah. Absolutely not. I'm good. But, yeah. That's kind of my plan right now.
Damn.
Yep. My bad, Techie. No, you're good. No one's going to say sorry. Great. I also don't even want it, to be honest.
I can't wait to see some fucking drama, bro. I'm just ready for some fucking drama. I'm ready to watch some bullshit happen. I'm ready to see people get mad, see some people talking shit. Yeah, like I'm ready to see it. Why do you think Techno doesn't hang out with any of the OTK people anymore? He's sounding kind of toxic. Well, why do I think? I think the better question is, why do I know? That's not me. I'm not going to say any of that. As I said, I'm not going to say anything. But if anybody says anything, I will correct it if it's inaccurate. That's all. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, honestly, yeah, they probably won't apologize for anything. They probably won't acknowledge the wrongdoing for anything. But yeah, no, I'm good. I'm gonna release a bomb,
Oof.
and then once that's released, then I'll probably move.
Oof.
No, then I will move. Not a probably. I have no desire to be in Austin, Texas anymore.
Damn.
But I'm not leaving until I release this, and it's gonna take me a while. It's gonna take me a while. But yeah, I'll probably move to San Antonio after that.
It's a nice place.
But not yet. Once Judgment Day happens, then we'll go.
Fucking Judgment Day. I love it. Oh my god. Bro is only going to move so he can get a last word in, loser tactic. I think that, no, he probably moving there because he wants to collab with the other guys in San Antonio more. Right? I mean, that's the actual reason. You know, it's kind of like, I mean, I guess like, I mean, so I guess fuck, should I say this? I guess like, I think actually maybe Tectone would appreciate me saying this. So Tectone, like after like obviously like a lot of people like came up with like things to say about him, like allegations against him. There's a lot of people that like cut ties with him and didn't want to interact with him or didn't want to have anything to do with him, right? And so regardless of whether those things were true or not. And so because of that, you got to put yourself in his shoes, put yourself in his position where like, at least from his perspective, that was bullshit. It's not true. Like, again, I wasn't there. I don't know. But, you know, again, a lot of people cut ties with Tectone. And so like from his perspective, he had a lot of people that he thought he was cool with roach out on him the moment that something happened that could put them at risk. And I understand that. And I think he understands that because it's a career. But at the same time, it's a job. But at the same time, it's like, do you really want to, do you fair weather friends? Exactly. Yeah. No, again, they're not fair weather friends. They're coworkers. Again, coworkers. Colleagues. Stop trying to make everybody that you interact with in a professional setting a friend. That's it. And so that's really the difference. And so that's probably that's probably a big reason. And like I know, like, because I was one of the only people that like I was like, I don't know whether this shit's true or not, right? I mean, I'll wait for the court case, and like I talked to him about it a good amount too. And so I was one of the only people that like, because I've seen how this goes many times, and I'm just at this point, I'm tired of just like reading something and then being like, oh, for sure this is what happened. So yeah, no, that's actually like, I think that's probably a big reason. Hopefully Tectone doesn't bother him that I said that. But yeah, that's the reason. For sure, that's at least one reason. It's one of many reasons. Sure. That's why also, by the way, that's why I've gone like kind of a bit more like to bat for Tectone, is because I felt like he was unfairly treated. Would you testify to help Tectone? I couldn't. I have no knowledge of their relationship at all. I didn't know anything about it. I mean, that's it.
Although I might wait for phase 2 as well.
Oh.
There's a lot of things that's going to be happening in the very near future.
I mean, you yourself got ostracized multiple times when you didn't deserve it. It makes sense. You feel for him. Yeah, no, I know. To me, like, the thing is that, in my perspective, this is just like where I'm at, is that, like, there are very few streamers that collaborating with them is going to do anything for my content. Like, the kind of people that I need to collaborate with and work with and make content with are not streamers anymore. And so, like, really, if I get ostracized and streamers don't want to do a stream with me, I really just can't give a fuck. I mean, I'm going to be honest, I can't really, it's not a big deal. People are going to make their own decisions on that, and that's all there is to it. Would you collaborate with the W community? I mean, if it was something fun or entertaining, yeah, sure. I mean, definitely. Like, I mean, I don't have anything against them, right? Like, I like the W. I actually really like the W community. And, like, you guys can go back to 2021 when they first started popping off. I was one of the only big streamers that didn't make jokes about them and didn't talk shit about them. I was probably one of the only people in the first supporter. Like you go back and go back and watch, like, and because everything's on video, right? You and Train? Yeah, because the reason why it was me and Train is because me and Train used to be the W community when we were 21. That's the reason why. But now we're old fucks with gray hair, and we say, all right, well, then you got the new boys coming in, and that's good to see.
Well, within the next half.
Yeah.
I think I want to be there for phase 2 as well. Because maybe the vibes will be fixed. Maybe. There is a chance. There is a chance that Austin could be sick. We will see.
I don't know about any of that. Like, that's all. Like, they want to have like all their little social get-togethers and their little friend groups and their little streamer cliques here in Austin. Gentlemen, bro, like, I've had, like, honestly, growing up, I've had probably over 100, like, close, good friends over the years. I don't even think about that shit. I don't. Like, I've had, like, I know people all over my whole life, like, middle school, high school, college, from work, 100, yeah. No, I had tons of friends in school. Like, I had a lot. Yeah, like, I have so many friends that I ignore a lot of them. I feel bad. And so, like, if you're adult, doesn't matter. Yeah, I mean, I just... So these people, I think a lot of streamers, this is just the reality, right? Actually, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back to this. Give me a second. I have to take a piss. I'll say a little bit of drama.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the
I'm back. Settle down. Settle down. Calm down. Relax. Anyway, what was I saying before? I forgot. About Mr. B. Say he wanted to be the new ex-CEO. That'd be good. Yeah, I saw the CEO resign. Oh yeah, about streamers. A lot of streamers grow up, they're losers, don't have any friends. They're like get picked on or bullied or they're dorks. And so like whenever they finally get popular on Twitch or they get like any degree of clout at all, this is like their time to like relive high school. Bro, I don't need to relive high school. I wish I could for the first time because I had so much fucking fun. I had friends all the time. I was hanging out with people, going out constantly, driving around, listening to fucking like System of a Down, eating Burger King in the car. Like, yeah, that's it. So it's just a bunch of losers trying to relive high school because they didn't get it the first time. Bro, that's what it is. That's the reality. And so for me, I never had that issue. I never had that problem. And so I don't need to do that. That's it. But now we're hanging out? Yeah, definitely. 100 close friends, fuck that. Yeah, over the years, definitely, absolutely. Lacey, I don't know. I think Lacey, I feel like Lacey's all right. I mean, I like Lacey. Sure, he does fun. He does funny shit. Like I think he trolls a lot, and because he trolls a lot, people go and they make it a thing. But like other than that, let me see how I find this. Where the fuck is the rest of this? And if I go through this, Sketch is a femboy. He did BBC porn. So what? Sketch wants to suck a dick. That's fine.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB.
Why would I give a
and they're
fuck?
sending a message.
Why would I care? Who wants to suck a dick? Like, yeah, let him suck a dick. Why would I even think about that? And also, I don't give a fuck. But it's just embarrassing, man. I don't give a fuck about that shit at all. Anyway, so let me go back. I'll find this. So a lot of people are mad at Ludwig. Ludwig did the thing that Ludwig isn't supposed to do. He had an opinion. Wow. That didn't go too well. Let's listen to what he said.
I think ultimately the right call that they canceled it. Because if they had gone through with it, I think it would have done so bad. Ethan Klein did it. Okay, I'm not trying to be controversial here, but I do think iDubbbz posting the content cop was one of the dumbest moves ever. Straight up. That was crazy. I think it was not considerate of how many other people would be dragged into the situation who don't give a fuck and just want to fight. You know, make that video when Creator Clash isn't happening, I would say. That makes no sense to me. It did not.
This is, by the way, the most Ludwig take ever. Business-minded, pragmatic, not really taking sides, and also safe. And the opinion is being given months after the drama happened, so he knows exactly what side everybody is on. This is the most Ludwig take he can possibly have.
Not help the event whatsoever.
Again, no shade, I like Ludwig. But and he knows he does this, so he better not get mad at me for saying it.
It hurt the event. No one went to bat but Hassan for him, but like also Hassan's audience isn't watching fucking boxing events. What is that? That's not, I don't know. At some point, you have to realize you're operating a business, and I mean, you have to make the call. Like, what's more important, is the business or you know, making the videos you want to make? It's just like your own call to make.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm kind of sad about it. I won't.
So people are mad at him. They said, you hosted an event last week where you let a known alcoholic sexually harass multiple women. I don't want to hear anything about PR from you. Yeah, well, I feel like you would know it better than anybody, right? So people are going, I have a lot of thoughts on Lud being, and this being Lud Watcher. I'll just stick to expressing how disappointing this is. So everybody now is going and shitting on Ludwig. So why does he just keep having really weird comments lately? Like, bro, I'm trying to have an open mind, but saying it's Ian's fault when Ethan Klein is doing hate campaigns on the daily on the event and saying we don't like the event because we're Hassan fans makes no sense. Maybe someone shut it down their live events less than a year ago isn't the guy to tell someone else how to do it. Well, he's the one to tell you how not to do it. I tell you that's how he knows. Now, even Anissa goes and she goes and says something about this. I'll read what she said. Okay, I'm just going to come out and clear something up. Ian won't be happy that I'm doing this, but I think we need more transparency. Ticket sales were abysmal before the content cop. Promotion wasn't going how we had hoped. Charity wasn't getting the numbers that we wanted. Now, who said that was what was happening? Who was it that said that yesterday? That's right. It was me. It was me again. What a surprise. Obviously, this is the case. Obviously, this is the reason. It was already dying. The title card fights were garbage. A lot of the other fights weren't interesting. It wasn't being promoted, and it wasn't doing well to begin with. And I'm not a genius, like, oh, wow, how did he know? Because it's fucking obvious. You just look at the amount of tickets and how many sales and the chairs. How did you know? Well, because I looked at the thing and they didn't sell a lot of tickets. Yeah, logic, common sense. And so we promised a lot of things didn't happen. I take responsibility for trying to do it again. Charity got $225K. Charity got the money, the fighters got paid, didn't work out. To clarify, I'm saying Ian won't be happy to make it clear this decision of making this public is my own and not his. I'm taking responsibility for this statement. Sorry for the poor wording. And so anyway, The last one you did, Content Cop didn't make things worse. Me choosing to try it again was the mistake. Yeah, Content Cop might have been a nail in the coffin, but they were already being lowered into the ground. Like, they were already dead to begin with. And they specifically told the fighters not to promote it. I don't know what this was, but I just want to say that, like, now Ludwig is getting shit, and he getting hate for this now because he said something that was true. And this is the problem that these people have, is that you have people about that are saying this. Ludwig can have the most reasonable, well-intentioned take, and somebody will turn this into Ludwig being a Zionist. I'm gonna be real. Y'all are gonna get people to hate your cause. You're gonna get people to hate your cause and be against you just because fuck you, that's why. I guarantee it. And I think it's happening already. And that's the problem with these people, is these stupid ass hoes go on Twitter and they start talking shit about this. And you know what happens? They end up making everybody against them because nobody wants to listen to a stupid, stuck-up, hypocritical hoe. That's the reason why. It's some retard, bro. Hoe's mad. I know. I was about who even are these people? It's about the amount of people that are like. It's an entire ecosystem. There's an entire ecosystem on social media that's built around lying about a person and then just proliferating the lie for no reason. It's so annoying. It's so fucking annoying. My perspective is Lug thought he was big enough to turn his filter off. He is. I think we need to get more based Ludwig takes. Just tell it how it is. Tell it how it is. Don't go and try to tiptoe around some fucking, like, if there's some weird idiot that is going and like fucking saying some bullshit, the fact is, I'm gonna be real, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Nobody cares. And so anyway, yeah, everybody always tries to make this a big deal. It's definitely fucking not. Let me see if I find the rest of these over here too, because there's been a whole lot of this this stuff going on. Anyway, thank you. Nobody cares. Yeah, you gotta stop listening to those people. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's so low. Why is it so low?
We know that Epstein reported everything, at least from what we've seen in reports. And you're talking about child exploitation, you're talking about abuse of young girls, of young age women. Whether it's Democrats or Republicans, as someone who has a daughter, I want those people locked the hell up. We have a right to know if there are politicians and people in power who participated, who facilitated, those people should be in prison. And so regardless of your views of MAGA world or Trump, at a minimum, I would say as a society, we don't want those people on the streets. I want to remind people, if you guys recall, what, a year or two ago, you think about Bill Gates and his former wife, and she was asked about why she divorced him. And one of the reasons listed was because her former husband was hanging out with this guy, and she never understood why. And so why should powerful, wealthy people, whether it's in politics or business, be absolved of being held accountable? I don't agree with that at all.
I don't think anybody's...
Nobody can go and disagree with that. He's totally fucking right, 120%, man. Yeah, absolutely. Like, thank God, bro. And now, this is crazy. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. There's a Texas city that's requiring an Israel pledge for hurricane relief. I don't know really how accurate this is or not, but I'm about to lose my motherfucking mind about this. This is so dumb, bro. It's so fucking stupid. That's an old story? I hope so. And this is, again, Democrat terrorists putting bounties on J.D. Vance. Look at this. Wanted for cowardice. You gotta find. You have to find these people that are putting.
You can be the judge if you want, but that looks like that could be a crime.
That you gotta put these. You gotta lock these people up. Like, there's gotta be, like, you gotta have an institution for these people to be in, so they don't keep making problems. It's domestic terrorism. Yeah, it's insane that people let these people, that they let these people run wild. There's a QR code
out like that with the crosshairs on his head, calling basically for his assassination, offering a reward for his assassination. This could be a crime.
It is a crime. 100% it's a crime. It's not even a question.
Seattle.
It's in Seattle. I would have never guessed. That's crazy. Wow, what a shock. And this is illegal, bro? $1 million. Yeah, I guess so. And that's a fucking Queen of Spades. Like, I don't know. Lock them up for lying about paying $1 million? Yeah, for real. How they now arrest and prosecute people? See, this is the thing. They can't. You expect them to lock down the Epstein situation whenever they can't even lock down some 19-year-old Antifa loser posting up fucking pictures like this? You really think that they're gonna go and get Bill Gates, that they're gonna go and get Prince Charles for Jeffrey Epstein, but they can't even figure out some crusty little loser in Seattle posting up bullshit? Nope. They can't figure out shit. It's Andrew. Excuse me, Prince Andrew. This girl. She's the one, every time you hear something stupid, there's like a 10% chance that it's from her.
So anyway, I just wanted to jump on because my heart is truly heavy for all of these families. The sad part is, I think that my heart is going to carry a level of weight that will continue to weigh me down as we have to...
The hardest part about all the people that died in the flood is the fact that it makes me sad. It's a tragic. I'm so sad that this happened.
Continue to do our best to survive an administration that literally is against us. An administration that is doing everything in my
I think she took speech lessons from Kamala Harris.
Mind to hurt us and not help us. And it feels like we're fending for ourselves.
It's sad, bro. It really is sad. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with these people. How they go on? Yeah, how will we go on living knowing that other people died? It's really sad. And turning herself into a victim. Did she just make the dead kids about herself? She did. And it's insane, man. The team who Oscar goes to. I mean, she just. The thing is that, and by the way, listen how she's not talking with like that accent that she usually uses. You know why? Because she's cosplaying. This is her actual...
So anyway, I just wanted to jump on because...
Yeah, this is how she actually talked. This is how she actually talked. Yeah, she went to some private school. She rich as fuck. This whole idea of like, oh, she's like one of us. Fuck out of here. But she's not one of you. Yeah, like, it's embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. She's probably glad the flood happened. Right, settle the fuck down. Settle the fuck down. Dial it the fuck down. People like Crockett are actual grifters. Yeah, I mean, anytime I see somebody tone swap or like start using a different accent, I'm like, what's this? What's this? We got ourselves a snake. We got a liar in the midst.
I genuinely think streaming is the wave right now. It's the new wave. Streaming is officially mainstream in my opinion. And the reason I say this, because 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, if you were on a TV show, if you were on this, on that, what would you do as soon as you were done to try to elevate yourself and build off the hype? You would go into like a music video, or go on to like Ellen, or a talk show, or Late Night with Jimmy Fallon. Now,
2, 3, 4 yard gains aren't going to get it done. You got to start.
Listen. There are a lot of people that watch the Late Night Show with Jimmy Fallon. There are way more that watch that than watch streams. I don't like Jimmy Fallon, but that's just the case. That's the truth. The real thing that's popular right now is not streaming. It's the clips from streaming. It's the clips from live streams that are popular that gain the attention. So while live streaming is the genesis, it's not necessarily the end product.
Right.
It's the clip channels. Yeah, that's how it's been for years. Exactly.
how if you get out of a reality TV show like Love Island or Big Brother or any of these TV shows, what's the first thing you do?
It's because there's no good TV shows on. That's the thing. It's like we used to have the good shit like Jackass. Like that shit is fucking funny. Like every guy from Jackass is still basically a fucking celebrity. like Johnny Knoxville, Steve-O, I mean, Bam, if he ever stops being a drunk fucking asshole. Everybody loves them. And so, like, yeah, Wild Boys, exactly. And so, yeah, absolute legends. And so you got, he's sober at the moment. Well, good. Hopefully it stays that way. And it's the same with other shows back in the day. It's because the shows now are garbage. The only show I ever hear about is Love Island. And the only people I ever hear talking about it is a bunch of, like, trashy girls.
They're going on streams. Streaming has genuinely made its way mainstream. Rappers are trying to get on streams. Athletes are getting on streams. Streaming has genuinely, it's on its way to being the biggest thing. The reason for streaming...
I don't think it will be. I think that, really, it's like streaming is like just part of the funnel for content creation. Like, streaming is good, but it's really like YouTube, like the amount of users on YouTube to Twitch, it's like 200 to 1 or something like that, 100 to 1. It's not even remotely close. And so, like, same with TikTok, like, it lost an ego. It's fine. Like, he can have his opinion about it, right? I mean, good for him. So, yeah.
Streaming being as mainstream as it is, and the reason all these artists and actors and people from TV shows are going on streams, it's all thanks to Aiden, Kai, Lacey, and Speed. Those 4 streamers right there are the reason streaming is mainstream and is the reason people are going.
By the way, he's Lacey. Just in case anybody didn't know.
Onto streams that aren't in the streaming community, bro. I'm telling you guys right now.
You know how it is. And so anyway, I think honestly, streaming is getting more popular, but I think the real reason why shows aren't popular anymore is because the shows are garbage and people don't have TV anymore. Like, there's no shared internet culture or cultural phenomenon that happened. Like, the last big show was like Game of Thrones, where like everybody watched Game of Thrones, everybody knew the characters from Game of Thrones. Like, before that, like nowadays, like what like you had Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, Squid Game, what else besides that? Like Stranger Things, maybe a little bit of The Last of Us, probably not as much. You got a little bit of anime, like, yeah, Dexter, I mean, not even that much. I mean, I would really say like maybe Walking Dead. And so like the shows really aren't that good anymore. And the reality TV shows are garbage now. That's the issue. Is that the reality TV shows whenever I used to be a kid, it used to be, okay, who wants to eat a dick from a bull and then jump through a hula hoop that's on fire and then get in a hot tub with Paris Hilton? And like, that shit is entertaining, right? Really, like, that was fucking funny. And so anybody be watching that. But now you got some garbage ass bullshit, and that's the real reason why. I don't even know what the hell to say. And so anyway, let's go back to True Detective season 11. Yeah. Anyway, let's see if I can find this. So I didn't even know about this situation. This gold ship. This horse is a fucking retard, man. He's a motherfucking retard. Like What? We're gonna do it. He's not even in the race. He didn't even try. He going over the fucking edge, bro. Like, yeah, what is this? She a meme generator? Apparently 12 billion yen were bet on Gold Ship winning this race. Gold Ship looking away from his trainer right after the $12 billion raise, bro, did not even want to look at him. He knew. Bro, he knew 100%. He knew exactly what happened. Also, a fun fact. Let me see if I find this real quick. And the glue factory doesn't exist. What is it? I see what it says. And finding out the Japanese friend, the glue factory jokes don't exist in Japanese Unomusume fandom because they just turned the horses into sashimi instead. Oh, bro, so they just eat that motherfucker. Damn, they send his ass to Burger King? Oh my God. That's a power move? Yeah, horse meat. Damn. I saw there was another one about this too. No, this is the other one here. And let me see if I find, I get to that. Give me a minute. Where the hell did it go? Motherfucker. I gotta find the other image here. This is it. This is the animal. Apparently Gold Ship is still alive. This is what it does. What? Honestly, who would have bet money on that? I feel like if you bet money on that thing, but if you really put money on, I didn't know horses could have autism. Oh, it's doing the thing. It does the thing. Oh, wow. He's old. Yeah, exactly. And it looks happy. No, I really love how I love how this is actually brought in so much like actual wholesome appreciation for these horses. It really is kind of cute. It's cute and really nice. Like there's nothing really negative or bad about it at all. Like, and you don't see that all the time, right? And I'm really happy to see that. I think that's a great thing. It's an amazing thing. And so, yeah, I love that loser horse power of representation. Yeah, I guess so. That's anime. And it's funny how Americans don't realize that most of the world eats horse meat. Yeah, I didn't even know that at all. Oh, this was crazy. Like this kid, like, oh my God, I don't even think I saw this. Y'all ready?
If I was dumb enough to send my kid in, it's no different than a baby commercial for diapers.
Can you answer my question? Do you think that you have the right to consent to 65-year-old men looking at your son while he's naked?
I wouldn't allow it.
Do you think that you have the right? Do you think that you have the right to allow it? Do you think if you did allow it, that you would be violating the consent of your child?
They have no choice in the matter whatsoever. It's my decision as the parent. And I wouldn't put my kid in that situation. That's why I think pageants are weird in the first place. I would never...
Hey, man.
What are you doing?
Okay. So here's what we're going to do. I think that you don't deserve to have any custodial rights over your child. So
imagine being like a parent with like a job and some random TikTok kid just decides this based off of a conversation. And he starts trying to call CPS on you. Like, what is this?
So, for those watching, their handle is goatman91096. It's gonna be their handle. If there happens to be anybody in here that's good at has like facial recognition software.
Oh my God.
you can find me. It's fine. Nothing I said was wrong.
Okay,
I just said that the kid doesn't get to make the decision.
What's your name?
I would never put them in that situation.
Okay, what's your name?
So he wants this guy doxed because kids. So wait a minute. This guy wants the parent to lose their custodial rights.
Commitment number 2, chat.
The parent says their child can't consent to things.
How do I get a sound effect?
And why are you trying to dox people, dude? That's weird.
And I'll get a sound effect for when we get commits.
CPS and have them take your child away from you.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure you would like to try to do that.
Yes, I would. So
they would never even do it. That's the best part.
Okay.
Because I would take the part, and I have a witness sitting here who's heard me say I would never put my child in that situation.
Okay. So what's your name?
But don't worry, move the goalpost too, by the way.
So you said that you think that parents have every right to exploit and traffic their children. So
no,
fuck is this guy talking
What
about?
is going on TikTok? What's happening over there? There's a lot of weirdos, huh?
That's not what I said.
So I'm not going to debate it with you. That is what you said. So I just putting this out there for anybody. Feel free to, like, you know, take his profile picture. Maybe you could go on like tiktok.com/his handle. You could save his profile picture, run it through some like reverse image search. Maybe it will link back to like a Facebook or something where you could find his name. And if you do find said information, that's public, by the way.
You're more than welcome to.
Feel free to take that information and report it to CPS. Feel free to take that information and report it to like the law.
Yep.
Undefeated, huh? Wow. It's crazy how that happens, huh? Every damn time. Oh my God.
Authorities in this area, feel free to take that information and report it to maybe his local CPS, etc., Child Protective Care, Child Protective Services. Feel free to do that. I'll go ahead and leave him on the live for around another 20 or 30 seconds here before we.
So everybody can screenshot his face.
Anybody that's interested in trying to do this.
So you can dox him and call
can, like,
CPS.
grab his profile picture.
This is something that I think that you probably should get in trouble for. I do. I think this is over the line. Because at this point, like right now, and also like here's the other thing is that I think that at a certain level, he doesn't really believe what he's saying, which is why he's advocating for other people to do it, but he's not trying to do it himself. That's the reason. And so he knows that he's being a bitch. He knows that in this time period, at the moment of being a bitch, he knows he is being a bitch because that's how he's acting. If you are making a call to weaponize a government agency that is meant to protect battered, beaten, abused, and molested children, and you want to weaponize that because this person doesn't agree with what your opinion is on who can use what bathroom, you really need to take a vacation from public life. You do. He's only 20 or 21. He made a response video. He said the situation was just a prank. I don't know about that, right? I mean, like, he's doing it so people talk about him, stop falling for it. Well, I think people should talk about this. I do. I think it is crazy how bad this is. It's actually crazy. And what's so insane about it is that these people are so they're so cavalier about this that they just go out and they say this shit in front of everybody. They do, and they go out and they do this. Yeah, I don't care why. It's still dangerous. Yeah, this is really dangerous, man. This dude tried to do his own wealth and flex Huxley University shit. He's a mega grifter. I don't know who this guy is. Like, I mean, I do know who he is, but I don't know like all the history about him. I know it's Dean Withers or something like that. Like I know of this guy, and so anyway, it's just I just think like this the level of escalation that these people are trying to like dial things up to. This needs to be. It needs to be limited. This shit does need to be limited because it's going over the line. And it's so far over the line that I think it's going to put people in danger, and it's creating a situation that's bad for everybody. Someone did a deep dive on him. He's a Tate boy, even at a woke Soy University. I have no idea what it is. And theory, this guy loses his kids because this dumbass could be leading to a deeper issue like depression, etc. He's not going to lose his kids. Nothing's going to happen. Literally nothing's going to happen. But the fact is that, like, whenever you're trying to weaponize a government agency because, like, somebody disagrees with you about politics, you really got to take a vacation, man. Sometimes maybe a government-mandated vacation. Like, I mean, that's really the way I see it. Now apparently he went and he made he commented on this. Let me see if I can pull it up and see what he said. What did he say? Fuck. Nah, he didn't even really, yeah. Yeah, he's not really saying a whole, oh, no, we got it. We got the apology. Okay, let me see if I find it. Did he even tweet about it? Okay, yeah, he did. Okay, let me see, I'll pull it up. So this is what he said. He goes and says, after some more thought, I believe that what he said was extremely bad, and given the context of the conversation, what he said is made even worse. Oh, he defends Trump for looking at teenagers while naked, given that the parents were okay with it. What the fuck? Like, but what that said, my response here to my community was not it. I could have handled it significantly better, and I dropped the ball. They'll absolutely acknowledge that.
My decision as the parent, and I wouldn't put my kid in that situation.
For context, that guy was defending Trump walking into underage girls' locker rooms. His argument was awful, but the way Dean reacted was absolutely insane. The guy kept saying over and over again that he wouldn't put his kids in that situation.
I wouldn't allow it.
Do you think that you have the right? Do you think that you have the right to allow it? Do you?
A fake apology? Well, I mean, like, I think he's got to apologize, right? I mean, like, that kind of shit is like, it's really, really, really bad. And, it's an insane liberal choice. Believe it or not, Dean, children do not have the legal right to consent. It's our responsibility as a parent to protect our children and never put them in this hypothetical situation. And also, by the way, a parent cannot consent their children into sexual situations. So, like, even like there's no instance where this makes sense ever. Like, it's not like the parent can sign their kid up to do OnlyFans whenever they're like a teenager. Like, I know it's like it's saying that sounds crazy. It's kind of gross to even fucking say, but let's keep our fucking head on straight. No, that you can't even do that. You can't do that. So even that'd be crazy. It is. Yeah, kids can't consent and parents can't consent the kids for them. What an outrageous, weird thing to say. I think that people like this, like, maybe he doesn't need to get banned for this, right? I mean, like, I don't know if we really need to have people get banned for this, but I do think that really you definitely need to have a little bit of a suspension. You got to have something that happens. You've got to have some level of accountability. And if that doesn't happen, if there's no level of accountability at all, then you're just going to have a bunch of huge problems. That's it. And doxing and CPS, he for sure does. Yeah, I hope he gets sued. Kids can't consent to going to school. That's the most obvious example. Yeah, definitely. And the parents in some cases can't consent to having them not go to school, right? I mean, that's it. They can consent, but not about everything. But there are no absolutes. To 90% of sexual things, anything involving sexual behavior, parents cannot consent children into those activities. Like, anything that sexualizes a person, a parent cannot sexualize an underage person into it.
Yeah, why the fuck would you even want to?
It's just that simple. What is this?
It's fucking weirdo anyway, and then you shouldn't have kids.
Orders food.
Filipino wife loves... Oh my god.
Dirty house. Made with benefits.
Oh my god.
Starfish. Good boom boom.
I just realized.
Moody. BJ's for breakfast.
Oh my god.
Entitled.
What is this?
Happy. Feminize.
Oh jeez.
Real woman.
Oh, that's different.
Boring. Good at karaoke.
Oh my fucking god.
Runs on
Where
money.
do I sign up? I don't know, man.
Runs on rice.
Bro, what the fuck? Yo, what is this? Take my money. Yeah, I didn't expect that. Oh my fucking god. Okay, anyway, let's see if I can find a few more of these here, okay? I might have missed out on some of these, but let's see if there's any more of this over here. And, oh god. Let's see, sing up. I mean, I hate karaoke, bro. I really do. I hate karaoke. I hate thinking about it. I hate doing it. I've done karaoke for I did it one time, and I will never go and do that shit ever again in my life. Like, that was it. I'm done. I'm finished with it. That's it. Oh, by the way, somebody said the bad thing about Uma Musume blowing up is the KKK getting into it. That's right, the KKK. Now, you would wonder, is the KKK getting into Uma Musume? No, but it's retweeting a Tectone post. That's right. Tectone is now the KKK. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on anymore. I really don't. People have absolutely lost their fucking mind. And it's just crazy. And I wonder, like, in a big way, like, is it going to keep getting worse? I don't know. Is it a bald villain? I have no idea. It's just insane, man. Is a horse can shit? Yeah, I guess so. But, yeah. People are so mad about this. Everybody's lost their fucking mind. Let me see if there's anything else I was going to look at. There were a couple of videos I was going to watch too, but I haven't really gotten around to that because there's been so much other stupid shit that's happened. Who's next after KKK? Well, that would be the Nazis, right? I mean, obviously that's what it would be. It's either the KKK or Nazis or something like that. There's always some sort of greater evil or something like that. And I will watch this, and then there was another video I was going to watch. I thought it'd be pretty funny. This has been really bad. It's been one of the worst things. You see the video I sent on Discord, by the way? Let me see if I find it. And no, I didn't see that. I might look at that later on, but I don't know yet. Timcast has a good video on it. We'll watch it. This is MSNBC.
Good evening from New York. I'm Chris Hayes. Donald Trump's administration is facing a full rebellion from the MAGA faithful, the most diehard, the people that spend all day online talking about Donald Trump.
Yep.
Some of the president's most strident supporters are furious at his Department of Justice after concluded there would be no further disclosures of Jeffrey Epstein-related documents, and that, basically, everyone should just drop it, move on.
Yep.
This comes after his Attorney General, Pam Bondi, basically spent months hyping some sort of reveal from the Department of Justice. Epstein, of course, the disgraced New York financier who died in federal custody back in 2019 while facing child sex trafficking charges related to what prosecutors says what a years-long.
I wish he would have known that he would have, like, apparently he didn't have a list, he didn't do anything wrong, because maybe he wouldn't have killed himself. That's sad. Yeah, did he know that there weren't going to be any charges?
To abuse young women. A new memo from the DOJ reiterates the department's position that Epstein was not murdered, noting, quote, after a thorough investigation, FBI investigators concluded that Jeffrey Epstein committed suicide in his cell. They have released nearly 11 hours of security camera
almost 11 hours
outside Epstein's cell that night. Although that
10 hours and 59 minutes, apparently.
Likely do little to quell the ongoing conspiracies, especially considering the video is missing an entire minute.
Yeah.
The DOJ attributes that to a long-standing glitch with the system.
Which, by the way, I believe that, but I just don't believe anything else.
Despite all the Epstein didn't kill himself memes and the never-ending, increasingly baroque conspiracies, the MAGA faithful are really mad about this part of the memo. Quoting it here. This systematic review revealed no incriminating client list. There was no credible evidence found that Epstein blackmailed prominent individuals as part of his actions. We did not uncover evidence that could predicate an investigation against uncharged third parties. Now, that claim that there was no shadowy client list, ostensibly containing evidence that Epstein was secretly blackmailing political, financial, and Hollywood elites, certainly seemed to contradict what Trump's own Attorney General said on television back in February.
One of the things that you alluded to, and this is something Donald Trump has talked about, the DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that.
Because those guys have serious speed.
Pretty. I mean, it seems like she just said it, right? I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but like, I feel like she kind of just went and said it.
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. She
Where'd
did
it
just
go?
say that, right? We just heard the.
Where'd it go?
Now, our Department of Justice says no such list exists. But again, this wasn't just Pam Bondi misspeaking or speaking ambiguously.
They said it like 3
one-off remark.
times.
I mean, seriously, 4 months. This has been a drumbeat. She's promised some sort of big revelation from the documents. I mean,
for a lot of people, this is one of the big things that they voted for Trump on. They voted for Trump because they thought that he would make this public.
Remember this? Back in February, the White House even held this big event with right-wing influencers sharing a bunch of what turned out to be previously reported in the public domain information. They had repackaged into a bunch of...
It's like, also, think about it, is like these right here, these guys right here, these are your fucking... These are your soldiers, right? And you just sent them out there with an AK-47 that shoots bubbles. They're gonna look like retards. So now you basically you made them look stupid. You made them look stupid against tanks. Yeah, exactly. They are retards. Well, I mean, they thought, how are they retards? They approached this. They went into it in good faith, and they were lied to. They were lied to, manipulated, misled, and I think it's embarrassing. It is. It's absolutely embarrassing. They got played. They did.
Fancy binders, which they handed out to people.
So somebody goes real quick. Somebody goes, I don't see this as a big L at all. We were never getting lists of clients because that means they're all getting charged. Wait, so you think that the reason why it's not a big L is because too many pedophiles would be arrested? I think that makes it worse. That's just me. Yeah, like, there'd be so many of them. What would you do?
DOJ comes back basically yesterday and says, you know what? Looked at it and turns out nothing to see here.
Ah, jeez.
Well, now that same right-wing media ecosystem is absolutely human.
The whole thing,
they're malding,
this
yeah,
tape
of course.
shows he didn't kill himself. It's like a joke. But worse than that, it's a joke that we all get. Like, they're not fooling anybody. So I feel like we're at a dangerous point now.
So now, by coming here and being part of the cover-up, the Trump administration has become part of it. I mean, it's just, you cannot see it anywhere.
Think about this. You made Alex Jones cry. That's fucked up. That's really fucked up, man. How could you do that?
So I just got to the office. I'm going to go throw up, actually. And this only happens every few years when something really bad happens or something.
That's messed up, yeah.
I'm not responding to that. Because I have integrity. I just really need the Trump administration to succeed and to save
This guy's a national treasure. He put his faith in Donald, and Donald dropped the fucking ball. He fucked this up bad. Big time fuck up. Super fuck up. Mega fuck up. The biggest fuck up that we've had so far.
They're doing so much good. And then for them to do something like this,
Yep. You made.
Do you see what you've done, Pam Bondi?
Yes.
You have made Alex Jones cry and possibly puke, which he only does a few times a year because of how much integrity he has.
Yes.
In hindsight, though, I don't think that those people should be very surprised. As we have said before, repeatedly, this has been a consistent theme of our reporting here on this program. If you were a single-issue voter in 2024 and hating Jeffrey Epstein and people associated him was your only
That's
issue.
not true. They also hated minorities and women. What a simple way to look at it.
Donald Trump should not have been the candidate for you.
What, Kamala Harris should have been? Get the fuck out of here. She was VP for 4 years. Nothing happened.
Trump and Epstein were friends. Everyone has seen the photos and the party tapes at Mar-a-Lago where they seem to leer at women. And we remember when Trump famously told New York
All right. Back at it. Back at it. Yep. Oh, damn it. Start this shit. Fuck. Damn. Bastard. You little bastards.
Magazine. I've known Jeff for 15 years.
bit on the younger
Terrific guy. He's a lot of fun to be with. It is even said he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side.
No doubt about it. Wow. Why would you say that? Who would say that? You shouldn't say that. It's the wrong thing to say.
One of the women at the center of the Epstein sex trafficking case, Virginia Giuffre, who recently died by suicide, claimed that she was actually recruited as a minor by Epstein's collaborator Ghislaine Maxwell at Mar-a-Lago. And when that collaborator was facing trial for sex trafficking, Donald Trump seemed oddly concerned about her.
Ghislaine Maxwell is in prison, and so a lot of people want to know if she's going to turn in powerful people. And I know you've talked in the past about Prince Andrew, and you've criticized Bill Clinton's behavior. I'm wondering, do you feel that she's going to turn in powerful men? How do you see that working out?
I don't know. I haven't really been following it too much. I just wish her well, frankly. I've met her numerous times over the years, especially since I lived in Palm Beach, and I guess they lived in Palm Beach. But I wish her well.
I guess.
Whatever it is.
Her friend or boyfriend, Epstein, was either killed or committed suicide in jail. She's now in jail. Yeah, I wish her well. I'd wish you well. I'd wish a lot of people well. Good luck.
Good luck. Good luck.
Do you remember that? You remember that when Maxwell was being tried for sex trafficking, and Donald Trump was asked about her, and his first thing was to be like, I wish her well. Used to know her back in the day.
I think this is honestly, I just think it was a throwaway statement that he made, the same as he said the late, great Hannibal Lecter. Like, I honestly, like, as somebody who's listened to Trump talk a lot, I don't think that there's a greater meaning to this. It's just him talking. Just a stream of consciousness.
Dave Starr all the time. Now think back
The
to the
late,
2024
great Hannibal Lecter.
Do you ever remember Donald Trump talking about Jeffrey Epstein? I mean, all the crazy nonsense he said about all kinds of insane internet sewer gutter stuff. I mean, and then there's the
I love how like this guy, he tries to go and make it out like the internet.
This guy looks like a
reporting on people making like your entire
bloated
media is based off of reporting what people
What's
do
his
on
name?
the internet.
From HBO.
All the
John
clips
Oliver.
you just posted were from the internet, besides one from Fox News. What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, yeah, it's like it's not 1998 anymore, okay?
Hey, stuff from the Hannibal Lecter riffs you would do. He conveniently never brought this case up. And then when he was asked about it, Trump gave this truly remarkable answer.
Americans have lost a lot of trust in institutions, and I think there's been a lot of discussion, especially online, but especially with young people. How do we rebuild that trust in institutions, the CIA, the FBI, all those institutions? Some people think that one way to build trust is to declassify things.
Oh, the one
Talking about it, and you talked earlier about. I don't
What out of the world,
So, if you were
What are you doing, guy?
you can answer yes or
What are
no.
you doing, guy? Get out
Would
of
you
here.
declassify the 9/11 files?
Yeah.
Would you declassify JFK files?
Yeah.
Would
I
you?
did a lot of
Whoop.
Would you declassify the Epstein
I'd
files?
let him out to dry.
Yeah, I guess I would. I think that less so. Because
Suck it up,
you don't
pussy.
know. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there, because there's a lot of phony stuff with that whole world. But I think I would, or at least.
Do you think that would restore trust? Help restore
motivation for them, and they were able to turn the page. They were able to be resilient. 18 to 22-year-olds in college football, David, it's easier said than done, but this team really is about that.
Checking her out, Asmon.
And you can see it. Like, I think early in the season too, Jesse, you're figuring out who you are. I think they kind of got that figured out. And I'm looking for this team to win today.
Yeah, I don't know about Epstein so much as I do the others. Certainly about the way he died. It'd be interesting to find out what happened there, because that was a weird situation, and the cameras didn't happen to be working, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, they were. I thought they just said they were
Epstein,
working.
I don't know so much. I mean, this became a huge.
Which, by the way, like that comment in a vacuum isn't a bad thing, because he probably didn't know a lot about it, and like, yeah, maybe that's true, but it's just that it's maybe the right message for
Fuck,
the wrong
horrible
messenger.
read, bro.
Like, yeah, because he's right. Like, yeah, you could post something and it could negatively affect people that weren't really involved. True, but like, I don't know, guys. It just seems kind of, yeah, sus. It's a little. People are reaching so hard. I mean, how many points on the graph do you need to make a line? Doesn't it seem like this is kind of weird that they were so gung-ho on this and then they just suddenly, like, about-faced 180 degrees changed their entire tone on this? Like, I mean, isn't that weird? Well, I mean, that should be weird, right? I mean, the thing is that you don't lose anything. If you voted for Trump, this doesn't make you wrong. Like, it's not like Biden would have done any better. Kamala Harris would have done any better with this. They had 4 years to do this. They didn't do it.
It ain't Trump.
So you
It's
don't have,
fucking
like,
deep
you don't
state.
need to defend some bullshit, right? But just be fucking honest, man. Just be honest. Like, I mean, this seems like a problem. It's weird, bro. Like, it's weird that this shit happened. Wake up, dumbass chatters coming in here saying some stupid shit. I think Trump's doing pretty good. This is insanity, though? Yeah. Like, I mean, I've been on board with 80, 90% of the Trump activities. But this is the 10 to 20. And I think that a lot of people need to be doing 10 to 20 because of it. That's actually not true. What you've been doing. We gotta find out who's on the fucking list. You telling me it's what a bunch of bullshit.
Obsession of the kind of online MAGA right. I mean, really.
Let me see real quick. Let me read this. Devil's advocate, what they really did do an honest investigation and came up to not all that much. The administration fell for the same conspiracy theories that we're talking about now.
Fuck.
Then they deserve every amount of criticism that they get. And they deserve this amount of distrust. Because if you were gassing up a lie the entire time that you didn't even know it was true or not, then you know what? You get what you fucking deserve.
That's
You wanna
right.
play
Get
with
what you
fire,
fucking
sometimes you get
deserve. It's my favorite thing to say. Get what you fucking deserve.
Epstein, I don't know so much. I mean, this became a huge obsession of the kind of online MAGA right. I mean, really, listen to how then podcaster Dan Bongino spoke about this earlier this year.
I love how mainstream media tries to always compartmentalize the internet as if they're not on the internet trying to upload all their videos and trying to get as many views as possible. It's just funny that they do that.
Well, they're superior because they're on television.
This isn't about Epstein or 9/11 or JFK or RFK. It is, but it isn't. It's about a bigger thing. If you're lying about that, you're lying about everything. Who's on the Epstein tapes, folks? Who's on
Tell
those
us,
tapes?
Danny.
Who's in those black books? Why have they been hiding it?
You tell me, Danny.
Question, Dan Bongino. That was back in February. And here is Dan Bongino just 2 months later, now installed as Trump's second in command at the FBI.
You know it's suicide when you see one.
You just look at You just look at it, you know that you see these two guys come in and you know that it's not going to happen. Whatever it is, like you're trying to apply for a house mortgage, these two guys come in, you didn't get approved. You try to get a credit check to buy a car, it just didn't meet the qualifications. Like these guys come in, like they're done.
And that's what that was. He killed himself. You want me to get? I've seen the whole file. He killed himself.
You've seen the whole file? Let me see the whole file then. Why can't you show people the whole file? Why can't you do it? It's not like there's kids involved. It's just him in a jail cell.
Kind of a different vibe. This idea that Donald Trump, of all people, was going to be the one to crack the Epstein case wide open was always a ludicrous notion, a weird bit of
Shut up,
projection.
fucker.
And it seems like MAGA world has finally figured that out. And despite all the furor from his base, and it's
not that. See, like he didn't understand it. The reason why people were still on board with Trump doing it is because like this is really what I think that most people.
He didn't say fury. He said
They went with
furor.
the lesser of two evils. They thought that. I bet a lot of people. How many of you guys voted for Trump? You probably thought he was on the list. Just real talk. Just tell me the truth. Just tell me the honest to God truth. How many of you guys voted for him, but you thought maybe he's on the list? I mean, yeah, everybody knows that, right? And so, like, the next best thing, like, because Kamala Harris wasn't going to release any. So the next best thing was for him to release everybody except him. As a pragmatic person, that tracks. It does. Like, I thought maybe, yeah, exactly. Lesser of two evils, yeah. You can't be serious? Every time that I say something like that and people say you can't believe that, like wow. I know how people think. I do. I know how people think. And trust me, it's a very tough burden to bear.
sizable today. Trump is desperate to talk
It's
about
bad.
anything else.
Her memo and release yesterday with Jeffrey Epstein, it lets some lingering mysteries. You say Whiters and missing from the jailhouse 8.
We want a leader in the streets, not a freak in the streets.
This is like, bro, again, I've
We
never
want a
seen
leader in the
somebody
streets.
sound more guilty than this.
Yeah,
Like,
that was
he knows he
cringe.
fucked up.
We're still talking about this?
You know you fucked up.
Still talking about
Are you
this?
still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
You know.
Still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things that, and are people still talking about this?
Hey, what up, bro?
That is unbelievable. Do you want to waste the time and do you feel like answering?
I don't mind answering.
I mean, I can't believe you're asking a
This
question.
is the message that I think everybody needs to make sure that they get. Yes, we
Good, bro. Started a Dynasty. Took Akron. They were the worst school on the game, so
it is
I'm
really
punishing
important.
myself.
And by the way, if it's not important and you don't care about it and it doesn't matter, then why not look into it?
How's your day going,
Yeah,
bro?
I think this is going to hurt his third. This might hurt his third campaign run or his third term. It might even affect him into his fourth term, but we'll have to see.
Yes, sir. Ohio, and then I put Indiana for my pipeline, so locking down that Midwest.
With what happened in Texas, it just seems like a desecration.
What I hate the fact that they're right. I hate this shit.
Oh,
should never happen.
that's why I'm glad I don't live in a big city, man.
But
I
he's
hate
right.
traffic.
He's right. They're right on this. They are, and I'm glad. This is the reason why it's good that we don't just have Fox. Like, as much as I shit on MSNBC, I think they're full of shit all the time. Every once
Shout
in a
out to
while,
Florida.
It's good to see a little bit else. A little bit else is something different, right? Like, that's really. I don't know if this is the same thing.
It's probably as hot as in Indiana as it is in Florida today, man.
Get into it. That
Fuck.
was, it was 4 days ago. Yeah, truly the most unbiased streamer. Well, I am biased.
Keep
but
my
I'm
big ass
biased.
inside.
I'm biased for the truth, and I'm biased for justice. Unless I disagree with it, then I'm biased for lies and no justice. But that's different. So yeah, there it is. I'll look at one more. This is even.
You ever go in and have to take out fucking dead animals
Popping off about it too.
in this
But
heat?
yeah, no, that's
Dude,
it. Go
the
fix
smell
Texas,
has to be
and let us know
horrible.
about Epstein. You want me to go fix Texas? I don't need to. I got other people doing that.
73 and
Like,
raining.
Listen, I had to.
It rains a lot down there, don't it?
5 figures in property taxes. Okay, like I feel like I'm fixing it. All right, like I think I'm doing a good amount. Yeah, Reddit logic. No, I'm paying. You think Destiny crashing out on Piers Morgan? The clip on Yeet? No. Let me see if I can find that. That'd be funny for me to see. Oh God.
That's his fucking.
No. All right. Real quick, we'll watch this.
Dude, I
and
couldn't
we'll get back
imagine.
to it, okay?
Some old woman's like, yeah, I got a
And by the way, the reason
cat, I think, died 5 months ago.
is because I think this is
Fucking
actually the
top
most
smells so
important
bad.
Because if they can cover this up, they can cover up anything. This is it's not even like everybody knows the real important thing is avoiding nuclear wars and everything like that. But this is the mining.
Better you than me, bro.
that
That's the only
tells
thing I
us
do enjoy
what's
about
really
working
at
in
the
a
bottom
factory.
of the mine.
I can just go in, I put in my earbuds, do my job, and zone out
right there.
for 8 to 12 hours.
How does Elon know? I don't know.
We got a lot of Karens at work, though.
I'll watch the clip.
They try to be up in everybody's business.
So what is this?
Question, Destiny. Destiny, I want to ask you a question. So, a woman called Kylie Jane Kramer posted on X, I've been trying to wrap my head around how the flooding in Texas became so devastating so quickly.
Probably sitting there
Right
all
at the back,
fucking
and I saw this.
winter. Oh my god.
I think Destiny got
Fuck
himself in trouble.
that.
He potentially got himself into some serious trouble, like implying that he was
Buckets.
sponsored by
Wouldn't
NordVPN.
be.
I actually think they might be able to sue him. I don't know. Like,
River rose 26 feet in just 46 minutes, around 4 a.m. That doesn't even seem natural. To which you posted.
Dude, I fucking hate
posted this, and
the field goal kicking in college.
I
It
heard
makes me
God
mad.
kills those kids.
The hash things make it harder.
NordVPN promo code Destiny to get around the Texas horn.
And I don't have my Xbox hooked up directly, so I'm doing the cloud gaming, so I got a little bit of a delay. So I have to, like, adjust for that.
Absolutely not. The hand wringing, the hand wringing here. Oh my God! Stop. There are. If you want to talk about dead children, then you should talk about the residents of Kerr County who rejected using ARPA funds to build the very siren system that Ted Cruz was over here virtue signaling about. Now that the kids are dead, last I checked, the siren system.
The kids voted against that.
What's that Elgato?
Why did they vote against that?
I don't even know what the hell that is.
Why would they do? Who lets kids vote anyway? Why are they letting kids vote over in Kerr County?
Where you going, bud?
That's not even fair. Like, I don't think they should even let kids.
Gaming capture device. No, I don't. I've heard about those. You just hook the system into that, and then one wire goes to the monitor and the other to the PC, right?
Okay, the very same system that they could have built for.
I just don't have a lot of room on my desk. I gotta, if I do all that, to bring my PlayStation and my Xbox and shit in, I gotta get a bigger desk.
The exact same lie that was told in North Carolina when people were rejecting FEMA funds because they thought that if the government was giving them money for the houses they were stealing. If you want to talk about,
that's the long-term goal.
It's what you put online.
So the kids
get everything in here. It's small walls. Yeah, but I mean, like,
I didn't know kids were this
a place to set both of the consoles.
Why would the kids do this? Yeah.
I agree with you. It's what you read online. It is grotesque. It's disgusting, but I mean, I guess that's what you do.
That's crazy.
How long have people like you told us that if we spend less money in Ukraine, you guys are going to spend more money investing in things like infrastructure in the United States? Where is that money going? We just had another massive debt increase. Another
Destiny guy.
For more tax cuts for wealthy people. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
All right, let me get a Ben.
This is such a losing argument, and it's such a stupid hill to die on. I think that it's completely fair for Destiny to criticize Ted Cruz and the Texas leadership and the Texas voter population for letting this happen and for being stupid, but bringing the kids into it and then making jokes and memes about the kids themselves dying, I think that's very different than somebody making a joke for, like, remember, like, Ted
I got
Cruz
up last night to check to see if maybe you were streaming, but
whenever we had the big snowstorm in Texas, and then he actually coincidentally went
didn't look like you were when I checked at least.
Like, you should be making jokes about Ted Cruz. Because, like, I'm making the jokes about why would the kids vote against this, because the reason why is because the kids that were involved and that were the victims of this had
crazy night, eh?
They had no control.
Crazy good or crazy bad?
They didn't do anything to make this happen. So I think that, like, kind of grave dancing on them, like, you could maybe say, like, okay, well, somebody who is older, who does something that ends up getting them killed, that's natural selection or something like this. But what you have in
old people in technology.
At best, and this is taking what everything Destiny is saying at face value and assuming and steel manning everything that he's trying to say, that he's right about everything that he's saying. At the same point, the fault still lies with the legislators,
what happened, bro?
And the congressmen that make this happen. It at no point in time has anything to do with the kids. The kids didn't do anything wrong. That's the difference. It's the same as like when the LA fires happened. Everybody made jokes about the LA fires being, you know, California, you know, the government being retarded. But I don't think that there were a lot of people making jokes and talking about how the California fires, it's good that they're burning them because they're liberals. And I think that the people that were doing that were viewed as
soon as you start fucking simming.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus.
Didn't you name a WoW character for a guy that killed a bunch of kids as a joke? I did. I did. I was being an asshole.
God.
I was being a piece
damn
of shit.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. And yep, exactly. And so there's no problem. If you want to be a piece of shit, then be a piece of shit. But don't go around and act like that's not what you're doing. That's the problem. That's the issue. Like, I don't know how... Okay, and? Yes, exactly. At least you admit it. Yes, that's the issue with all of this. It took accountability right now? Well, accountability, it's a fucking name. Like, it's not a big deal. You agree with Destiny then? No, what I'm saying is that Like, I'm not trying to
Damn,
make
bro.
political. I wasn't trying to make political commentary or insert a viewpoint in
Yeah,
a
days like
political
that.
nature by just making
Getting
that
in bed and
character,
being
right?
alone is a
Like, I was
relief.
just making a dumb joke, right? People make 9/11 jokes, stuff like that. This is a very different dynamic because he's saying this.
I'm a very solitude person as is.
Destiny
Like,
is
leave me the
communicating this
fuck alone.
with the intention of trying to convince people that these guys are actually at fault. Totally different dynamic here. So yeah. Anyway, do whatever you like. You take accountability for it. Sure. NordVPN reposted it. Yeah. And so anyway, I think this is it's very, very silly for him to say this. I don't know why he would say this. I have no idea why. But you know, again, I think that Destiny constantly puts himself on hills that he doesn't need to die on, and I don't know why. Like, it's like he always tries to out-edge somebody, or he tries to take things too far, and I think that he ends up alienating more people. He lost it, and I think Destiny's like, I agree with a lot of things Destiny says. I think that he can be a force for positive change in some cases, but not if you do this. Yeah, not if you do this. Like what? I think January 6th is a great example. I think that his coverage and the way that he talked about January 6th was pretty accurate and fair. And I think that I think that he brought some people that were on the edge.
Bet this is a mess.
Like, I mean, if you just want like a
Bet this is a mess.
Sure. He lost it since the Trump shooting. I do think that he's become more unhinged. I definitely think so. So yeah, definitely. And most empathetic streamer. Well, that's me. Yeah, that's my point, right? It's absolutely not fair and not super accurate. Yeah, of course. And let's go back. I'll look at a few more of these, but I'll look at this video. But yeah, I did see somebody posted that. They want me to look at it. That's what my opinion on it is. There it is. So yeah.
Quote, how can people be expected to have faith in Trump if he won't release the Epstein files? That post by Elon Musk this afternoon gets at a serious question, prompted by MAGA fans, among others, after the Justice Department asserted in a memo that convicted sex offender and multimillionaire Jeffrey Epstein did not blackmail high-profile clients, was not murdered before he was found dead in his jail cell in 2019, and in fact had no client list. Despite the fact that the very same administration officials...
I also like the hinging on the idea of a client list. There are other ways that you could discern a amount of clients that he had. So the fixation on the list is, in my opinion, a red herring. Maybe he didn't have a list, but he had some other form of documentation, or there is some other form of detection that you can have besides a list.
Are now asserting there is no there there. Many of them were the ones ginning up the controversy before President Trump was reelected and while they were in office. The Justice Department memo, first obtained by Axios,
They're never going to release this information.
Said that he didn't.
No point in beating the dead horse.
Killing the president and nothing happens. That's why. I'll be right back.
People.
We gotta think about that Elon party, man. Like, that's I don't know. I mean, somebody said the treasurer from the party was from India. Like, I don't know. That's a bit weird, right? But like, in a general sense, like I do think that Elon is right that the party
Land
needs
some
to be
recruits.
changed. I think
Got to get a
there's
sound
nothing
effect
wrong
for when
that
I
you
get
need to make a new
recruits to
party.
sign.
I think that the Republican Party pre and post Trump are two
Ding,
different
ding,
parties.
ding.
I think that you need to rebuild the existing party rather than try to make a
Deontay
third
Carter.
party, because historically, every time that's happened, it's been
Oh,
bad.
Akron.
That's my opinion.
2-star Haven.
Now we've got the Epstein files. Are all these things that would normally take
JC
down
Fogg, welcome to the squad.
to be able to survive these things. I mean, he's such a
Oh boy, we're just pulling them in, folks.
But what does happen is the people
Christian
around him are the ones who
Potts.
catch the brick. And so the question for Pam Bondi is
Leon
this limit
Jackson.
her ability to either be an
Sorry, Miss
effective attorney
Jackson.
general or to even keep her job as her
No, she was already being ineffective to begin with.
Let's go.
as attorney general.
Yeah, no, she was already being useless before this. This isn't going to affect her ability to be useless. I think that she's going to continue being useless even without this. Yeah, that's not true at all. The establishment wants you to believe in reform. Nothing ever changes. I think that it's pretty obvious that like the a lot of the Republican
This kid's a stud. Sophomore tight end.
whether
He's
you
like an
that or not, or agree
83,
with that or not, I
84.
think it is true. It's definitely
the only
true.
best player
So
on the team.
three-party system is botched. Yeah, 3 parties are the worst. You need 4 or 5.
Works great for how I play.
Yeah, I mean, I personally think that Republicans used to care about states' rights, freedom of speech, and the tax deficit.
Oh, yeah.
Republicans used to care
Motivator
about a
unlocked.
lot of things. Now they don't care about as many things. It doesn't matter. Like, things always change, right? It's always it's shifting, right? Why does everyone hate her besides the list thing? Because you got these fucking crusty ass fat kids with blue hair and nose rings talking about killing the president and nothing happens. That's why. I'll be right back.
What's better, man? Tactician or motivator? Seven bonus XP when player levels up. It's gotta be pretty fucking good, right? 150 bonus XP for each one. That's pretty fucking good too. Some motivator already. Sustain. Stack up quick though, right? If you're getting 15 from him,
Settle down. Calm down. We're back.
7 from me. That's 22.
Okay.
There's like
Had to make sure we got that in there. But yeah, no, we
70 kids on a college roster, if not more.
You know, a lot of people watch like videos I make about this, etc. And I think that there is a critical mass that if enough people mauled out about this, that the maulding will actually cause something to happen. But it requires a lot of maulding. Okay, let's just say that. Yes, the mauled harder. Yes, do not let up on this. Do not let anything
Reach your
happen.
potential. Interest
like,
boost
don't
from a
go
current
and like ignore it or anything like that, man. 40% of Americans can't read.
Stay hot to timeouts. We're changing cross games. Get an off-season training boost.
What?
Start the fourth quarter hot. It's pretty good. Cover quicker. It's likely to transfer.
Everywhere you
Probably
look,
need
you
that.
will see the headlines. Kids these days don't know how to read. Literacy is on the decline. Kids
5
don't
players
read literature
drafted.
anymore.
Ah.
And some want to say that we are living through a literacy crisis.
Ah.
You'll even see some claim that 40% of American kids can't read. That's not true, by the way, and we're going to talk about that later in this video. Are we living through a literacy crisis, or is this just a long-standing failure dressed up as something new?
Okay.
If you want to understand
no, there's a lot of dumb
crisis,
kids.
You need to know 3 numbers. First up, 40%. That's the percentage of American 4th graders who cannot read at what's called a basic level. Every few years,
Believe it.
9 years old?
I believe it. There's a lot of stupid kids.
students around the country
A
take
lot of
test
stupid
called the National
parents, that's the
Assessment of
problem.
Educational progress.
A lot
or
of
the
stupid
NAEP.
adults.
This is also sometimes called the nation's report card.
Yeah.
And it allows us to track educational progress throughout the country.
It's nice.
Reading scores have remained relatively stable since 1992 until 2019 when they started to decline. Sometimes that's reported as saying that 40% of students can't read, but that's not what those statistics mean. So now 40% of fourth graders can't read at what's considered a basic level, and only 31% can read at what's considered a proficient level. The NAEP also defines those terms, and just because a kid can't read at basic level doesn't mean that they can't read. But the literacy crisis...
That sounds like they can't read, bro. Man, that's making me think that they can't read. Yeah, I'm getting worried about this. Like, we used to have a kid, he like 10 or 11, he couldn't read. And we'd be driving around, and he'd be asking his little sister to read the signs for him. And we called this kid retarded so much that he learned how to read.
Doesn't stop at elementary schools. And that brings us to our second number, 28%.
We bullied them into reading.
That's the share of U.S. adults that are at the lowest level of literacy.
Wait, hold on. Let me listen.
Number, 28%. That's the share of U.S. adults that are at the lowest level of literacy.
28% of adults. So the top performers are going down, and the bottom performers are going up. That sounds pretty bad.
In the last decade, that number has increased by 9 points. This doesn't mean that those adults...
Wait a minute. 9 points. That's 50% almost. Because the scale was at 20 to begin with. So 9 points sounds like it's not a lot. But when you start at 20 and you go up by 9, that is insane.
Adults can't read, but it does mean that they are what's called functionally illiterate. This means that they lack literacy skills which would allow them to navigate the world and go about their day-to-day tasks.
Oh my God.
And our final number is 21. That's Mississippi's ranking in fourth grade literacy as of 2022. In 2013, Mississippi was ranked 49th. They were basically at the bottom of the country's rankings, and now they are well above the middle. And that's because...
Good for Mississippi.
They saw the problem, and they actually tried to solve it.
So they taught the kids how to read?
So at the end of this video, we're going to talk about what Mississippi has done right. But first, we're going to take a slightly closer look at that NAEP data. Literacy scores have been declining since 2019. This might not be that surprising because something
everybody knows this
happened in 2020, which caused a lot of school closures, and we've generally seen learning loss across the board. Absenteeism is...
Learning loss is not... Have you guys ever seen, like, you ever been to a local restaurant or something like that, and you had the restaurant had to write something out, like with like handwriting, and like all the words are spelled wrong?
Also up post-COVID, which does complicate actually teaching kids how to read. One group of student hasn't seen a decline in their test scores, though. These are students who are already in the 90th percentile. So what we're seeing is a widening gap between those students who are reading quite well and those students who are struggling to read at a basic level. This tells us something important. If we want
they're dumb and they're getting dumber.
To improve American literacy, the biggest impact we can have is by focusing on those students who are struggling to read the most. And that's going to be important when we talk about Mississippi in a few minutes. But even those top performing students, like the students who would go on to study at really great colleges and universities, are also struggling. At the University of Texas here in Austin, some professors told their school newspaper that they would be shortening reading assignments and transitioning to assigning things like YouTube videos and audiobooks instead of physical.
This is a UT. Like I have friends who graduated
I'm in
from
trouble. I forgot to take my son's milk with him this morning to daycare.
Does this mean that I have a degree from University of Texas because I'm a React streamer?
The wife is mad.
Like, do I get course credit at UT right now? I should, right?
Physical books because students simply didn't have the patience for the reading assignments anymore. One professor was told by his students that Shakespeare
Bro, I need more
was too
fucking
long
hours.
to read. Now, Hamlet is the long
TLDR. TLDR for Hamlet? I love this. This is amazing. Oh my God.
Shakespeare play, but it is about 30,000 words. It's much shorter than the vast majority
That's
of
nothing. I've read twit longers that are longer than that.
novels out there. These professors cited things like the rise of video content, but also phone usage, as leading to a decline in their students' reading abilities. But they've decided that they have to give in and change with the times so that they can meet their students where they are. That same professor who was told that Hamlet was too long, he used to teach...
They don't need to meet the students where they are. The students need to meet the school where it is. This is embarrassing. Because this school is going to be churning out retards. Like whenever you are working at like an engineering factory or an engineering plant, you're going to get a sheet of paper and it's going to have instructions, and there isn't going to be a TikTok video that's going to explain it to you. If the Bible has 700K words, yeah, I know. Like there's plenty of books that have way more. Like my dad has like a copy of the Brothers Karamazov just randomly on the floor. The thing's like this fucking thick.
What?
So no, this
Brothers
is
Karamazov.
outrageous. And I'm not a reader. I don't like reading. But even I know this is ridiculous.
10 plays per semester. He's now teaching 6 in his classes. So even college students at good schools are struggling to read. And many of them are going to become adults who hardly read at all.
That's
Many
right.
Americans simply don't read books, and I think about 10% of college graduates haven't read a book in the last year. They don't know how to read.
I don't read books.
I read a lot of books on my phone, on Kindle.
Like I don't read for pleasure. The only thing that I read for is information. I spend hours every day reading, but I don't read books.
Maybe that's because they haven't been taught how to be a good reader. All right, let's pause for a second and ask ourselves what it means to be good. The psychologist Daniel Willingham has this book called The Reading Mind. And in this book, he points out that reading is actually a fairly demanding task. First, you have to be able to understand the words on the page, and that's usually what we mean when we say that we're teaching kids to read. But actually, reading involves 3 additional levels of representation. You need to be able to extract ideas from sentences. You need to be
That's hard.
able to then connect the idea across those sentences.
You're out. That's it. No, I can see why we're having problems. Yep, I get it. Immediately. Yep, this totally makes sense.
And then you integrate this within a model in your mind.
Okay. Settle down. All right. This is out, bro. Like, people misunderstand tweets. You think they're gonna be able to read a book? No.
Should be able to.
What the text is about. And Willingham notes that many readers fail at the second level. They're not able to point out obvious contradictions in a paragraph that they read. If you're not reading at a level where you could even catch obvious contradictions, then you're going to struggle when you're reading sets of instructions or complicated forms. And really that contributes to what we called functional illiteracy before. That's that illiteracy that...
It's like you can read, but you can't ever read when it matters. You can only read when it doesn't matter. You can read the sports stats. You can read, a romance novel about how a woman falls in love with a lizard. And, and the lizard's also a billionaire, by the way. But you can't read instructions on how to put together a vacuum cleaner. You can't figure that out.
Makes it difficult for you to navigate your day-to-day life. Being able to connect ideas is actually a skill that you have to develop. I found that when I was teaching philosophy at some universities, that skill was something that my college students still needed to develop. I found that the worst question I could possibly ask when I started a discussion of some text in the classroom was, what is this text about? Because most students could tell you what some of the sentences said, but they weren't able to form a picture of the cohesive whole. That meant that
You know what? I don't know if he's going to put this together. Think about how many people on Twitter say, Grok, summarize this for me.
Get off me.
Uh-oh. That's a lot, isn't it? Wow. Yep, good example. Yep. That's right there in front of you.
I had to guide them through interpreting the text. I would have to ask them questions like, what is the thesis of this article or this book or whatever it was that we were reading?
Yep.
Where are the arguments and the
Oh.
evidence for that thesis? And then is there any irrelevant or unnecessary information?
You're getting increasingly depressed.
Quarterback
You don't have
is
to be
hurt.
depressed. In the future, these people will be turned
Severe.
into human batteries.
What happened,
and,
homie?
Some of them will be turned into food.
Fucking tear your
And this
ACL.
problem will work itself out. You don't have to worry about this. Everything's going to be okay.
Guess who got their starting job back?
This was a process that I would guide my
calf
students
strain.
through so that they could
You're
learn
fine.
better. But there was another barrier that my students faced, which is that
You're
they lack a lot of
fine.
background knowledge, which helped them make sense of a text. Let's say you want to read a really big book like War and Peace. Well, War and Peace is a historical novel. It is set in a particular
Oh!
place.
Why'd
don't
you
need
get hung
all
up?
of the historical details in order to make sense of War and Peace, but having some idea of European history and maybe France's connection to Russia, knowing who people like Napoleon or Louis XVI are.
Napoleon, remember he's from that movie with the llama? Remember him? That was a good movie. It came out when I was in high school.
Motherfucker.
Things that would be useful for you as you're reading. It would make reading War and Peace a less demanding
Pedro, yeah,
task.
remember him?
And I
Yeah.
found that a lot of my students lacked historical knowledge or just general world knowledge, which would make reading books easier. I think part of this
I think that's actually a really good point that he's bringing up, is that like
We don't
people
punt or kick
process
field goals around here
information inside
because
of an apparatus of other information.
I suck.
So like when you read something and you think like, oh, okay, the year
Mother
is 1943.
fucker.
Okay, well, what happened in 1943? Well, there was like, I think there was like some kind of like big fucking war or some shit, right? And so, but if you don't know that,
Why do I suck at this
that's gonna
game?
really, that's going to harm your ability to process this in a contextualized way. Don't ask Tectone? Well, that was in 1800.
to do with the fact that at some point we started to emphasize critical thinking over memorization of facts. You can find this a lot in popular discussions of pedagogy. The idea is that you should teach students how to think rather than what to think. And there's some truth to that. But I think that
we're at a position now where we're at neither. I think that the increasingly more important need to fit in with the group thing and the amount of people who get ostracized for not fitting in with groupthink. Think about what happened to people with COVID. Think about people who have different views on trans ideology. Think about people who are pro or against Donald Trump. Think about people like with the Epstein files and how, polarizing that was, the H-1B visa thing. And so the ICE stuff, think about, ICE stuff, think about climate change, etc. And so all of these types of thinking, I think that critical thinking has been systematically removed from our society, and it's by design. And the reason why I think so, and even if it's not by design, it is a natural entropy of human thought and collective thinking. Because what's happened now is that you have so many people that constantly think about the same stuff. And if anybody has, like, how many of you guys have seen somebody on Twitter, for example? How many times does somebody get called a racist without also being called sexist, homophobic, transphobic, and like, I don't know, what's the other, ableist, right? Usually this is like an array of insults that are just thrown out at somebody.
Touchdown.
Right? Like, yeah, you never pull one card, you always get the full Exodia. And so what happens is that people are taught not to critically think because critical thinking will lead them to conclusions that bring them against the established dogma of their worldview. So I think that really believing science and believing the outcomes of science is a great example of this. If you believe science, you would think that there are two sexes and that you can't change your sex. But if you believe science, then you could also believe that certain types of man-made climate change would be a negative impact on the world. Both of these opinions will get you ostracized from each of their respective political parties. This is the way that people have been taught systematically not to critically think because they're afraid to. Because when you critically think and you go against the grain, and he knows this, I'm sure, there are studies with this, where, like, for example, it's like measuring a line, and a guy goes into an experiment area, and he thinks that he's doing the experiment, but he's actually the only one being experimented on. And the guy's like, okay, which line is the longest? And he's picking the longest one, but everybody else in the room picks the second or the third longest one. he eventually starts waiting for the group before he gives his answer. And the study was done in order to basically explain how strong the human desire is to fit into groupthink. This is very well established in conformity. Yes, exactly. This is very well established. It's defined, it's documented, and it's been repeated multiple times. So I think that critical thinking is, like, it's not that kids are learning critical thinking and not facts nowadays. It's that kids aren't learning critical thinking, and now they don't even have the facts they don't have anything. Yeah, they don't have fucking anything.
There's a crucial error that's being made there, which is that actually...
Yeah, when you critically think, you can go against yourself. I think that, and this is a big... I'm going to have a big Reddit moment here. But I think that religion and a lot of people's adherence to religion and extreme political dogma is because they're afraid of the conclusions of their own critical thinking. I think human beings in general, our cognition has evolved faster than our ability to cope with our cognition. That's what I think.
About the world, learning facts about the world goes hand in hand with learning how to think critically, because it allows you to build a mental model of the world, and you can see where new facts might fit in, or where they actually contradict things that you should already know. Critical thinking and memorization might actually go hand in hand, and they help us to produce.
Critical thinking provides a frame of reference, or sorry, memorization provides a frame of reference for critical thinking. Because critical thinking is informed by what you know.
Better readers. Now, some experts do not want to call this a crisis. One researcher from Harvard University described American reading education as a very stable level of mediocrity.
Oh! Thank God. I was worried for a minute there.
We've never done a great job, and things have been getting a little bit worse, but this isn't new, and it's certainly not unprecedented.
He gone. He gone. He gone. He gone. He gone.
If you've seen those headlines I mentioned about American literacy, there's a chance that you've seen statistics from this website. For instance, you might have heard that 21% of American
one's in chat.
It's more than that. Anybody who's, again...
One's in chat if that was badass.
Who has seen people
that was a nice run.
Knows it's way more than that.
Actually look at the website, and I'll put a link down below as well. There's no explanation for that number, about 21% of American adults being illiterate. No definition is also given of what they mean by illiterate. And the numbers you find on this website are painting a much worse picture than the numbers that you find elsewhere. I actually emailed the National Literacy Institute to ask them where they got these numbers and if they could explain some of them to me, but I did not hear back.
Oh, what a surprise. Like the reason, by the way, my source is that I made it the fuck up. That's where I'm coming from. I just made it the fuck up. I think it's like 40%. I think 40% of people...
My source is I made it the fuck up. I think so too, bro.
I think it could be 50.
And if that changes
they're not even
the time of recording and the time of posting,
they're retarded even. It's just technology.
But
looks like
they don't fucking read or do anything.
In 2024, and they also
technology does it all.
Those fact checkers concluded that the NLI was using an overly expansive definition of illiterate. They were also misdescribing the data that they were citing, and they were misleadingly describing their data as new, when in fact this data does not come out on an annual basis. National Literacy Institute is just another name for the National Literacy Professional.
Is this guy like simping for retards?
Well, here we go. Of course they're creating a problem and then selling the solution. Yeah, of course, right? And so I think they're probably bad actors. They're identifying, they're saying, oh, wow, there's this huge problem. Here's 4 links that you can give us money or somehow interact with us in a way that's financially beneficial for us, that you can solve that problem. Okay. He's right about this. But again, I think it's higher than 21%. And I'm not even
Development
selling a course.
Consortium. That's a private company that sells professional development courses for teachers. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, teachers often need more professional development as they further their careers. But the fact that they call themselves the National Literacy Institute, sometimes...
He's right. He's right that they're full of shit. I think this is beside the point of, like, the real issue here. But him looking at this organization, like, this is one way that I always look at things. If somebody if somebody benefits from a certain narrative, I take their pushing of that narrative with more grains of salt.
Makes it seem like they're a research center, and it gives a lot of authority to the things that they put on their website. And I've noticed that people will cite this website uncritically. I've even seen other YouTubers cite this when they talk about American literacy.
I would never cite it. I would never. Because it's way higher. They're wrong.
I don't think those YouTubers were trying to mislead you. I think that they had the best intentions.
Yeah.
But I think they got fooled. But seriously, look at the website again. There's no sources. There's no research methods. There's nothing like that. It's just bullet points and numbers.
Yeah.
Where did the numbers come from? Well, the website doesn't tell you. I think anyone honestly looking at this data would say that there is a real problem with literacy in America.
Absolutely.
But we have to be able to say that there's a problem without engaging in fear-mongering or simply lying about it.
Yes.
Fear-mongering might even give you the impression that this is a problem that can't be solved. And that's not true. Like I mentioned before, some states have started to find...
I think you can teach a lot of kids how to read. I don't think you can teach everybody how to read. I think you can get to about 90, 95%. But 99, 95, 99%, somewhere around there. Like, I think you can teach them how to use their reading.
Solutions like Mississippi. Between 2013 and 2022, Mississippi students dramatically improved their reading scores. This was a period where most states saw a decline. This was such a dramatic improvement that some commentators started calling this the Mississippi miracle. But it's not a miracle, it's just good policy. Because one researcher from the University of Toronto...
They can't read. Because people are... So, this is like what I was saying before, is that they can read a tweet, they can read a meme, but they can't read the instructions of something. They can process information. Basically, they can eat French fries, but they can't eat a hamburger. Does that make sense?
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, the world became faster. Yeah, they can recognize patterns and stuff like that. And how many people make decisions based off of the headlines? Yeah, they're functional illiterates. Yeah, exactly. Kind of like Cyberpunk. Implants will happen even a bit far. Yeah, I think that's actually a good insight. I like that. The efficiency on today's worker has doubled to 50 years ago. Yeah, I know that. And it's just interesting how the income hasn't, though. It's really, really crazy, isn't it?
My wife says, this big-ass woman is a manager here. She took my son out to eat.
Differentiate
and
illiterate
someone
versus
said,
reading
hi, how are you?
Well, it's that...
And the manager said, hot
and also,
sweaty.
I think reading comprehension... Like, if you can't comprehend
Sounds
what
like
you're
somebody I
reading,
want making
you're
my food.
basically fucking
Ugh.
illiterate, right? Like, that's like me saying, oh, I can read Spanish, and I read a paragraph in Spanish, and somebody asks me, what did it say? I'm like, yeah, I don't
Gross.
know. Like, that's...
Ugh.
It means you can't fucking read Spanish, doesn't it? And so, yeah, I mean, if you might as well fucking be. And so I actually read the most. I'm commuting a word.
Oh,
so you're reading while
my
driving?
God.
Interesting. Very interesting. Maybe you're on a bus. Maybe that's it. And instructions on my Pokemon Red Hat, reading
I'm on
optional
a
but
boat.
required to enjoy the story.
I'm on a
yeah,
boat.
sure. My reading level is around grade 11, and I'm not strong at it. It takes me a while to read words, and sometimes most people don't know how to understand words but pronouncing them. Well, that's fine. I mean, mistakes happen, and not everybody's going to understand everything. But I do think that reading is a big issue. I used to write things on my Twitter a lot. I used to go and write out like twit-longers about my opinion on things. And I guess I just stopped doing that because
Why didn't he fumble? I just fucked him up.
But
Why didn't
I do
he
think
fumble?
that writing things, and also this is another big issue, is that writing is an art. And a lot of writers are either robots or theater kids. And let me tell you something.
Get off me.
I don't know which one's worse. I don't. They're so annoying.
Get off me.
They're awful. Yeah, it's a brain exercise. Yes. Sometimes both. Yes, sometimes both. Exactly. And I've seen this happen a lot, and it's been insanely fucking annoying for me to look at. So, yeah, I think it's just going to be more of the same stuff in general. A robotic theater kid? Yeah, I guess so. But I'm going to take a break for a little bit, and I'm going to chill. We're probably going to play that. I was going to play that Grandpa game today. I had plans a little bit later on today, so I don't want to get in the way of that, and we'll probably play that game tomorrow. If we are going to play the game tomorrow, I will put it in my title so you guys know that I'm going to play it. So I will put it in the title, and or a new game today or something like that. There won't be a maybe, you know, it'll be something for sure. And so that's the plan. The issue is writers is theater kids gatekeep the domain. Yeah, maybe there's definitely a little bit of that too.
Got it.
Yeah, of course. And no video games. No, I haven't really felt like playing video games a lot recently. The reason why, I'll be totally honest, is that I have been I've needed more time to myself recently because I've been socially overstimulated. And I need just more time by myself. And even now, like, I've even thought about taking days off because I just, like, it's like a mental disorder that I have. Like, I just can't be around people talking to me for that long.
Not a mental disorder. I have that too. It's called only child thing. You're used to being alone.
And that's it. Yeah, you're good. That's the actual.
You grew up alone.
And so, yeah, and I found that
just like me, again, single parent household. Really she was never around.
Do breaks or anything like that. I don't think breaks really help. And you need to
gotta have alone time, bro.
Yeah, like I don't have any of the, I don't have the mental ability to do that. And so, but I mean, I'll tell you, how is that mental disorder? Seems normal to me. Well, it's because like basically I'm trying to think of a good way to explain it, right? Like, how can I explain this in a way that makes sense to, like, a viewer? Basically, if I, like, I'm at a point where 99% of the communications that I have, the way that communication goes is somebody needs me to do something, or someone is imposing themselves on me, or there's some sort of action that I need to take, or reaction I need to have. And so, like, I'm in a position where, like, almost all the time that I'm being communicated with in any way, it's somebody that needs something, basically, right? Like, if you want to just dial it down and just define it as a super easy way. And that just drives me fucking crazy.
Yeah, because people don't fucking contact you unless they want something.
Like, I was not built for that shit. And and it's also like I'm kind of a victim of my own success in a way, because like I think it's because I'm in the position that I'm in, right? And because I'm in this position, that means that I have more people that are doing that. But it's definitely definitely that happening. Suffering from success and alone, hoping that people do that too. Yeah, do you need something, bro? I don't need anything. That's the thing, is that when I'm alone and like I'm just in my house, like after I've done all of my daily quests, everything is great. Everything's totally fine. There are no problems. There are no issues. There are no things that I need to solve. Like, I can just exist. That's the way it is. So, other people, like, I don't have problems. People bring problems into my life. That's it. That's the way it is. Unmarried life? Yeah, you're right about that. You consider getting an assistant? Getting an assistant, I mean, I don't think that really solves the problem, because a lot of things require me, like me. That like I would love to have a body double that I could, like a clone, I could just go like, yeah, can you go do this thing for me? And I'm just gonna like lay in bed for an hour. Yeah, I wish that's what it would be. What's the disorder named? It's called being an antisocial bitch. That's basically what it is. You need a dog. The last thing I need is a dog. I do not want a dog. I don't want a dog. I don't want a pet at all.
Good tea, good tea.
Actually, considering cleaners, their quality of life, because time is bullshit. No, I get that. Yeah, no, for sure. But yeah, that's really that's been why I haven't really played a lot of games recently. Because I've just been really kind of like, and I've also had to help my dad a lot more, especially because he's at home. Like he's still on home oxygen, and so I've been trying to come over there and like spend more time with him and do stuff with him. And it really takes a lot out of me. Honestly, it does. It's really draining, but you know, I have to do it. It's my dad, so that's pretty much it. But yeah, it is a lot. Anyway, I go back and talk about this forever, but you know, I'll go ahead and just stop it there because I feel like it's just going to be more and more and more bullshit. I want to say, guys, I really appreciate everybody coming in, talking, hanging out, and all that stuff. Thank you, guys. I think we had a great stream, and I'm going to be back on tomorrow. When I'm back on tomorrow, we might play that Grandpa game if we can. If I am, I will put it in the title so you guys know. And so, yeah, that's about it, guys. So thank you guys all very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will be back on tomorrow. All right, boys. Peace. See ya. Can't I? Okay, so this guy. Sorry about this. I'll untime you out. So why can't he do it? Give me one reason why he can't do it. So English is my first time. Well, why can't he do it then?
I gotta make a clip for YouTube about my dynasty. I need to get sound effects for my recruits when they sign. I want to do that. So after this game, I'm going to figure that out. How to do that in Streamlabs. Some hotkey that makes a sound effect. Oh shit, shit, shit. Yeah, get it. Bow, bow, bow. Do that thing, girl. Boom, boom, pow, pow. Boom, 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 pow. Right. Now, got to figure out how to do that. So Chat GPT. Oh, you're good, bro. I'm just sitting here chilling. Trying to figure out how to put a sound effect in on a hotkey for when I get a recruit that signs. So I can hit that. So I can clip it for YouTube for a Dynasty clip. Nice. Stream deck. You got all kinds of shit set up over there. Alright, bro. Appreciate you coming through, man. Tell some of your friends about me. If you get on later, I'll try to catch you. Have a good night, bub. I can probably do that. But edit. It's not what here. Set the type. Fuck. So, figure it out later. Alright, boys. This is our dynasty we're doing. We picked Akron. Worst school on the game. We just beat Miami, Ohio 28-3. I've been playing only the first half, and then I've been doing just play the key moments. And then as long as I'm holding the lead, I let the computer do it. So it makes it kind of fair, I feel like, between my gameplay putting me ahead, and then if my team is doing good enough to win the game, for the most part, with me playing key moments if I have to. So that adds in, the sim element. If I'm, if you play every game, you're going to be a lot better if you play the whole game. So trying to make it more realistic, like if I was an actual coach, not just playing the whole thing. So won that. Let's see if we got any recruits. I'm going to show you guys the squad, the recruits, and how we're doing. Show you my coach. So, there's Zandro Zook, the coach with the plan. I don't know what the plan is, but we're going to figure it out. Just got motivator. I started with recruiter. I got pretty much all of that maxed out enough. Need to get that. Finish that out. Need to get both of those to 3. And then get them all to 4. And I'll start putting more in motivator. But I got that unlocked. Interest boost for QB recruits when current QB hits a skill cap. Don't even know what that means. But it sounds good. Anyway, so recruiting. These are the boys we got so far. Evan Fisher, 2-star quarterback, pocket passer. It's probably going to be our quarterback of the future because this roster is not good. Deontay Carter, wide receiver. J.C. Fogg, left tackle. This guy was a hidden gem. So he's really a 3-star. Dwayne Dragos. You got to know with a name like Dragos, so you're going to be a badass. Dragos. He's a monster. 6'7", 299. Agile. Yeah, buddy. And then we got this cat. Probably move him to a guard, maybe. Depending on if we get a right guard. I got a left guard right now, so he could slide in a right guard. He's a fucking monster, too. Left tackle's the smallest guy. We got this left guard, Leon Jackson. Christian Potts is the right tackle. Leon Jackson. Are we in the top classes at all? Highly doubt that. Not even, probably not be close. Where we at? 47th. It's probably better than they've ever done. Head of Indiana. Head of Florida State. Look at that, boys. Head of USC. Okay. They're going to pass me real quick. This is just early. Take it, though. Let's see if we get any recruits going in next week. Here we go. Boom. Kurt Brock got that halfback. Yes, sir. Another one. Emmanuel Wayne, fullback. It's all coming together. It's all coming together. Another one. Keep them coming. Got that center. Ray Kosar. Let's go. Another one. Mike Cameron. Let's go. Look at that shit. 4 new recruits, fellas. 4 new recruits. That brings us to 10 total through week 7. Well, I don't know. Week something. 7 games in. Had a couple bye weeks, I think. It's pretty good. Now I'm working on these 3 stars. I found these 3 stars that were nobody was even talking to him. This guy, I wasn't even on any of their lists. So this is what you got to do. Give it a few weeks, and then you let the, schools go after who they're going after. Then you can go over, you can sort by rating or whatever. I did it by pipeline, so it'd be people that was the cheapest, because it seems like staying in your pipeline is going to be very important. So I put it there. And then I just went through. So, like, that's when I added him. Nobody was recruiting him at all. You could see it from there. He had no, if you hit your right stick, nobody was recruiting him at all. He had no offers. He was interested in people, but there was nothing. So, boom, I threw him on there, and now I'm his top thing. But after a few weeks in, you know what I'm saying? Nobody was recruiting them, and then you go through and you grab them, and then all of a sudden they want you. So, especially starting at a crappy school like this, you know, I'm not going after ones. Twos is the bare minimum. And that's the people that were interested. I didn't have any 3-stars even interested in me at the start of the season. So just went through, found them, get them on the recruiting board. And then they want you. They want it. Hate to push them out for week 12. Should get that boost. Proximity to home. Perfect. All right. You got this cat. Same thing. He wasn't even interested. Nobody had offered him anything. You see, I'm still the only offer. Got on there. He's not ready for a visit yet, but he will be. This guy, number 1. See, all of them, same thing. This dude too, but I haven't put as much into him yet. I will this time. Not ready for a visit. That's all right. Not ready for a visit. You take that off. Send the house. I don't spread my recruiting points around. I start out and I get my board set up and then see who's got the most interest, and then I get those people locked up. I put as much points into them as I can. I get all my scholarships offered, but then I put points into the top heavy, get them locked up, and then that frees up more points. It's a snowball effect. And you just start pouring in. Active interest status. Recruiting process, yeah. I don't know if you can flip these guys or not. I've always taken them off my board last year. A little bit. I didn't play a lot last year. I did a couple seasons, but I always took them off the board. I'm going to keep them on and see if, because like this dude, he's already visited them. Some of these guys had visits scheduled. See, I don't know if when he comes for that visit, maybe he flips. I don't know. So we're going to find out. We're going to test it. See what happens. Visit scheduled. What was this dude? He already visited? No, I never got a visit scheduled for him. So he can come off. I'm not flipping this dude. I already got a left guard anyway. So that's fine. This guy and this guy. We'll remember them. Jones and Merchant. See if those visits do anything. Alright. This guy, why am I locked out? Really? Well, fuck you too, homie. He's almost committed to them. There's no point wasting points into that. No, sir. Got him. Yeah, this guy's a 6'3" speedster. I know he's a JUCO, but I don't think that. Oh, DM at you. Damn it, man. Schedule visit. Playing time. Yeah, you can play, bub. Cornerbacks suck. Damn it. Too far away. That's why staying in your pipeline is important. The closer they are, the cheaper the schedule of visit is. It's like that other dude I just scheduled was only like 10. He's 30, so he's only 10. So I guess we'll get you, buddy. How you looking? Overview. Okay, okay. Okay. That's good. 5 points left. Down there. Alright. Alright. Oh, so I got 2 free spots, so we'll go find some of these together to add. I don't have any more points, but I can still add them. So, pipeline. Position. Okay. You go through, find some 3 stars. Don't need a regular. Oh, it's already in. There's a 3-star center. And when you target this point in the season, there's probably not going to be a lot of anybody left. That's why you got to get it like in the first 4 or 5 weeks. After teams of other schools have set up their boards, you got to go find the people that have been overlooked. That's about it, yeah. So there's no more 3 stars I can add. Oh shit, I was in recommended. I should have been on any state. Whoops. See, I just learned something. So I was sorting that by pipeline, and then I had that on recommended, which kept it pipeline. Let's go to any state. You can go by prospects too, okay. So I didn't even know that shit. You can see. This is good to know. Sure, I can do that even better. Yeah. Yeah. I think I have that. Let's try it. Let's try it, boys. All right. Ball State. I went to Ball State. So that's the teaser. Next stream, we're going to be playing Ball State. And we're going to see if we land any of these new recruits and go from there. Keep grinding.
FaceTime video.
We keep grinding. Messing up the thing. So yeah, next time we log on to the stream, we're gonna be playing Ball State, and then we keep grinding, boys. You got to keep grinding, build that squad. Until next time, catch you later. Nope, that was pretty lame. Edit that out. So until next time, keep grinding. When we get back on stream next time, we'll be playing Ball State. And we're going to keep grinding. That's all we can do. You can catch me at Xandro TV on Twitch, Kick, and YouTube. Peace. So that's about 3:30. What was it? 3 hour and 20-minute mark to 3 hour and 40-minute mark. 20 to 3:40. Write that down. Have a pen.